Hello, and welcome to Gardens of the Moon, Abridged. This is a series in where I'll be summarizing and analyzing every chapter in Gardens of the Moon, with a goal being to eventually have conversations about each chapter, either through the comments or live stream. One of my favorite parts of reading fantasy are the discussions you have with other readers. Malazan isn't as popular as other fantasy series, and it seems hard to get into for new readers. So I hope this series can be a place for Malazan readers to refresh chapters without having to reread, or a place for new readers to have someone to read alongside with. I am not a writer, so I won't be analyzing Erickson's writing, but I am a fantasy reader and love analyzing the story and diving into lore. Some resources I used while reading Gardens of the Moon are Malazan Book of the Fallen Compendium by Arthava Shaw and Gardens of the Moon Guide PowerPoint by Reddit user Sleepin' on Bed. I will add a link to both of those in the description. This first video will be going over the prologue of Gardens of the Moon. The prologue begins on Mox Hold. It stands on a cliff above Malaz City. It is an old, battered fortification. It used to be the capital before the Empire moved to the mainland. Now it is just a fist holding. A fist, we learn, is like a commander in Malazan. We hear Mox Vane, a rusted demon-shaped weather vane squealing in the wind. It symbolizes a broken, ugly, and unpredictable empire. We're introduced to Ganos Paran. He is a noble, educated kid from House Paran. He is currently on his third visit. He's familiar with the Hold. He's 12 years old, but he's very bold, ambitious, and idealistic. He stands on his tiptoes to see the riot below, curious rather than afraid. We see a child mesmerized by war. He's enthusiastic despite the grim reality around him. He's watching the riot below take place in the poorest part of Malaz, the Mouse. The riot is being triggered by the crackdown on unsanctioned witches, or wax witches. The Empire had sent mages to deal with it. The mages are blasting the district apart. It's chaotic and messy. We see smoke pillars rising, magical flashes, and concussive booms. This is our first introduction to Malazan sorcery. We can already tell that it's raw, unstable, and dangerous. Enters in a commander. Ganos learns he's a bridge burner commander, based on his insignia. He knows the bridge burners are an elite unit and high-ranking. The commander is scarred but young. He's wearing armor that's functional and worn, not ceremonial. And he has a quiet, weary vibe. He's a veteran who's seen real horrors. Ganos asks the commander about Dasim Ultor. We learn that Dasim Ultor is the first sword of the Empire, a living legend. The soldier visibly reacts to this question. He tells Ganos such is war. And he's surprised that Ganos knows this info. Ganos then tells the soldier that he too wants to be a soldier, a hero. To which the soldier replies, "You'll grow out of it." Soldiers in Malazan aren't glamorized. They're exhausted and cynical. A second bridge burner arrives. He's younger, wiry, and armored in mismatched gear. He has a burned fiddle strapped to his back and is covered in odd pockmarks. He tells the commander that the mages are losing it and that they are following mysterious other orders. He continues to say that the chaos isn't entirely accidental. They go on to talk about Surly. We learn that Surly created the Claw, the Empire's secret elite assassins. While the Emperor Calivan is absent at the moment, there's a power vacuum and Surly's beginning to step in. They talk about how she's changed her name to Lysine, which translates to throne master, and the bridge burners seem uneasy about it. And right on cue, Shirley appears. She is seen in a plain robe with short hair and unimpressive physically, but her presence is intimidating. She is flanked by 2 claws, and Ganos instinctively knows they are dangerous. The commander is openly dismissive. He blames her for bad laws about sorcery, overreacting to harmless witches, and causing needless destruction. To which Lysine replies, saying, loss of control teaches lessons, and that she doesn't care about the casualties. She tells him that the officer's failure is not her concern. She goes on to inform him that transports are coming for his new recruits. She tells him that she will not miss him or his seditious soldiers. We can see that she is clearly consolidating power and starting to remove threats. And we see the tension begin between the Empire and the bridge burners. After Lysine leaves, Ganos once again tells the commander that he wants to be a soldier. The commander tells him that taking up the sword is desperation, not glory. To which Ganos snaps back, telling him the world doesn't need another wine merchant. Here we see a glimpse into Ganos' destiny and the Malazan themes of choice, consequence, and agency. The prologue closes with smoke rolling over the wall, the smell of burning cloth, wood, and something sweet, which you learn is burning pigs. Mock's vein once again squeals in the wind. We see a boy looking proud of himself, while the veteran leans on the merlon, tired. The prologue ends with a child dreaming of heroism, a city burning due to politics, and the future of the empire shifting in real time. And that is the end of the prologue. If you have any questions about the prologue or any thoughts, feel free to comment them, and I'll try to go over them all in the next video. And if you are reading ahead and have questions about chapter 1, feel free to comment them on this video as well, and we can go over them on the chapter 1 video. Another note is I am on the second book in Malazan, Deadhouse Gates. I will try to only stay 1 book ahead so I can keep the previous book fresh in my mind. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video for chapter 1. Thank you.